Bellavista Port. Bellavista Nanay Port.
Oh, this is the port.
Yeah.
Bella Vista Nanay Port.
The boat pushed forward through the brown arteries of the Amazon, its engine coughing against the weight of the river. The air was thick, almost chewable, humidity and carrying the smell of wet earth, diesel, fermenting fruit, fish pulled fresh from water that has never known stillness. It was not a gentle introduction. It was a confrontation. The jungle does not ease you in. It engulfs you, swallows you into its foliage.
Okay, Hefe, explain for us.
This is the Nanay River. The Nanay River is the most important waterway for Iquitos. It's the river that provides us with our drinking water, with the potable water that we go through filtration systems. And at the same time, it's the river that we throw the majority of our waste into. That's really interesting. Now we're having a very big issue all the way upriver into the areas where the dredges are now that are taking out the gold, illegal mining. And we're discovering that there's high amounts of mercury in the water. Everything you see around here, all the fish, all the fruits, all the bananas are grown in all this area. If you look over there, you see that the sand beds, the beach heads.
Yeah.
As the river goes down, there's these beautiful white beach formations that are what the Iquitos people call the Peruvian summer. So it's really beautiful. So we're going to be grabbing a boat. You can see over there very clearly how the water is starting to drop. You can see the plants in the water. You see that white area there?
Yeah.
The river has literally gone down that much in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
So it's right now we're in the beginning of the dry season.
Gotcha.
So in the middle of the dry season. So this will go down even more. And in the high season, water will be up to here. ¿Hasta dónde llega el agua, Omar? Omar, ¿hasta dónde llega el agua?
Hasta este caño.
So we get water all the way up to here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The river moved like a living thing, swollen and patient. On its surface floated fragments of human presence. I noticed plastic bottles, stray wood, the suggestion of intrusion, yet the forest swallowed everything back into itself. The green walls on either side rose impossibly tall, layered in vines and shadow. Sound did not travel cleanly here. It bounced. It ricocheted. Birds screamed from unseen perches. Insects hummed with mechanical precision. Somewhere deep within, something large shifted against branches. It felt wild. Not a curated wild. Not a cinematic wild. Wild in the sense that you understood immediately how small you were within the epicness surrounding. I remember there was this aspect of thinking if I was lost, what would I do? Where would I go? How would I survive without my phone? I mean, my phone would be useless out there. I had no signal, but what would I do? I don't know these plants. I don't know these animals. I don't know this terrain. How would I survive as the locals do? Completely on their own. It was a very interesting and curious rabbit hole of thinking that I went down. As we traveled deeper, the rhythm of the engine became hypnotic, a pulse against the steady heartbeat of water slapping the hull. The sun pressed down without mercy, sweat mixed with river mist. Every sense was heightened, slightly overwhelmed. The Amazon does not offer subtlety, it demands attention. Comunidad, Libertad emerged not with fanfare, but quietly. From the edge of the forest, wooden homes, some on stilts, corrugated metal roofs catching the sun, laundry moving gently in the humidity, and children who ran about in a field nearby. When we stepped onto this soft mud bank, we were not met with suspicion, with smiles. Wide open, unguarded smiles.
This is always the route from to get into the town. When the river gets too low, that's where the port was, where we saw it.
Okay.
So they can use this only as the river gets lower and lower, it gets farther and farther from the village, right?
Got it.
Hands extended, laughter quick and effortless, hospitality that did not feel rehearsed or transactional.
There's a massive. That's a termite mound.
Yeah. There's a lizard that lays its eggs in
Whoa.
That's a cricket. You can tell that everything's okay when they leave their motors on their boats.
Ah.
That's when you're on the boonies.
Okay.
You cannot do that in Iquitos.
No.
Anywhere near Iquitos. Like even in Bella Vista, where you were going to go out to see the forest, you can't do that. Your motor will disappear. It'll be gone. Te estoy contando que cuando ya llegas a un pueblo de verdad.
The river will go all the way up to there when it's not dry season. So right now it's down to here, and this is their main port during that time of the year. Wow. Yeah, this is really cool.
So welcome to this town, the village of Libertad, Liberty.
It felt ancient and primal. It felt human. Inside their homes, simplicity reigned. Hammocks strung where walls might otherwise be. Some plastic chairs, worn smooth by years of use, and very little in the way of possessions. Nothing excess. No decoration beyond what was functional.
So no electricity.
No
You got your solar panel with very limited use.
No public lighting, no running water. Just have one or two bulbs in their houses with their panels. Isn't that cool though?
Yeah.
And yet there was no sense of deprivation in their demeanor. We were offered food and drink without hesitation. Fish pulled from the same river that we had traveled. Plantains cooked over flame. Chicha basked in shared cups. The stingless honeybee whiskey.
So they've been asking for 25 years now. For 25 years now, they've been requesting from the Iquitos municipality to put in what's called just a road path that's only about 4 feet wide, and it's designed for motor cars. Actually, you bring them to these little towns now, and people can have a motor car to transport. You've got to understand that everything that they bring is brought by hand. So unless there's motor cars present, they can bring in now bricks, cement. Those things will help them bring that all the way over here. That's why you see very, very few people or very few places where you have these villages where there's a big distance from the river. How do you transport all that? How do you bring over the concrete? How do you bring over the bricks? That's a very important part of the process. So what's the tin roofs or the tin for the roofs, that's very lightweight. But you've got to understand, you just did the whole trip, right?
Yeah.
You went from the city to the entrance of the dirt road, from the dirt road to the port to be able to get on the boat. Imagine bringing brick and bringing cement bags and bringing all this stuff.
Bit by bit.
That's exactly right.
Multiple trips.
So when you have the motor car roads, they can bring all those. There's also the motor trucks that have like a pickup truck back, a little motor. You've seen those?
Yeah.
And then they can bring all the product easier without destroying the land. Time to try these drinks, and every village will have their alcohol maker, their moonshine producer.
Okay.
So we can equate it to that, but it's made out of cane sugar that goes through a standard distillation process, and then they give it different types of flavors through the barks, roots, with the natural honey that's obtained from the non-stinging bees, which is some of the most expensive honey in the world.
So we're gonna try basically jungle whiskey.
And we call it jungle whiskey, like when people come from all over the world, but it's actually cane sugar. So it's actually like a cane sugar spirit.